Hi, everybody. Welcome to Second Breakfast Podcast. Welcome to a new week. It's Monday, and I am pretending to be cheery for Monday because I want you to think that life is good. Today is our 5-minute Monday, and we have a wonderful running segment called Because We're Idiots. You know why we have a segment called Because We're Idiots? Because we're idiots. We say, it should be pretty obvious by the title. What's wrong? Come on, guys. Listen, Andy and I say a lot of things, and we have a lot of opinions. And because we throw our opinions out there a lot, we just say a lot of wrong things. And every once in a while, people call us on it. And when we're done toilet papering their house, we oftentimes admit that they were right. And we'd like to do that on the air, partially because it gives us something to talk about, and also because we want you to think that we're humble. It makes us seem a lot less vain than we actually are. So today, though, I'm not much of an idiot. Andy apparently is a huge idiot, and so he's going to talk about the ways that he was dumb in the past couple of weeks on the podcast, and we're going to get into that, and we'll have some fun with it. We get into some other topics. We start by talking about how we're idiots, but then we end up just spouting more opinions about the things that we like. It's kind of a cop-out now that I think about it. Man, we are idiots. Enjoy. Welcome back.
That's very Lenny Bruce of you. I don't know.
I'm gonna start walking around with a piece of tape on my shoulder and then just stick it on my mouth and just shut up.
Well, it's interesting that you would do that since this episode is going to be largely just about me being an idiot. Because I don't think you have any recent occurrences that we're aware of where you were an idiot. Yeah?
I mean, not on the show. It's like I save all the best parts of me for the show, and then like you go cut, and then I immediately like punch a kitten and like trip over my own foot and
Nice.
like cuss in front of a grandmother. It's just all falls apart.
Nice.
I
So,
have not been an idiot lately
uh,
on the
on
podcast.
the podcast.
I
Well,
have been idiot elsewhere.
I am less good at compartmentalizing in this way, I suppose, because Uh, so these were brought to my attention by our friend Lori, our new friend Lori, who just submitted a question to the mailbag, and she responded. She emailed me uh,
I'm unsatisfied already.
with me.
No, with her. Listen, you just started
Oh
watching.
no
You just
no
started
no
giving it.
no 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 no! It sparked a conversation, and then I realized that I was an idiot. No 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 no! This was not her being
Okay,
dissatisfied
okay,
in any
okay,
way.
okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
she brought
Lori,
up.
Lori, you get a pass this time.
Yeah, so for those who are not intimately familiar with every question and every mailbag ever, and why aren't you? Lori submitted a question last week about how we felt about subtitles, and we spent a lot of our answer talking about foreign films when what she does often was, I mean, she watches and loves foreign films, but she spends a lot of time with subtitles on English English language films, and that's not where we were an idiot. We just sort of took it in a different direction. But we didn't talk about dubbing. We didn't talk about the option, the other option to subtitles. And dubbing is, as she put it, I mean, it's a crime. It's against God's plan for the world. It is just the worst
Yep,
thing that has ever happened. Um, and
almost,
say again.
almost.
Well,
Paper cuts are terrible.
yeah,
Paper
it's the
cuts are
second worst thing.
terrible.
No, no, no. It's the second thing. In college, I once it wasn't a paper cut because it wasn't paper, but the little like aluminum thing that you use that your disposable contacts come in.
Yeah, yeah,
It was like a paper cut except wide. It was awful.
and metal. Oh,
Yeah, it was so
made a
painful.
tiny little razor and cut yourself.
That is exactly what happened. It was terrible.
One
Uh,
time in high school math class, in the class where the really, really hot girl named Joy was sitting next to me, I was playing with my mechanical pencil and I just poked myself right in the eye with my mechanical pencil. No damage to my cornea, just my self-esteem.
well, I'm glad. Uh,
Shocking, she never dug me. I don't know what happened.
Sure, sure. Well, I.
This is what I was like this.
So
And I had to sit
that's
like this for the rest of the class.
so
Anyways.
that's bad. but I'd wager not as terrible as sitting through a really long movie dubbed instead of using subtitles.
I don't even know that I've seen a dubbed movie outside of a kung fu movie in a really long time. I can't
Sure,
imagine.
I do in some in and I feel really bad, not necessarily to like directly to Lori, but like that was our opportunity to tell people steer clear of dubbing, and unless you can't read, never choose it when you're watching a DVD, right?
Don't people know that
I
already?
mean, I hope so. I hope they know that, but I feel
I
like I
just
missed
feel
an
like that's
opportunity
sort of
there.
like buckle your seatbelt.
Look, that's true.
By
Although
the way, I still get in cars with certain people and they don't buckle their seatbelt, and I'm like, really? It's 2013. It's just something we do now. We buckle our
I,
seatbelts.
well, I mean, if I'm driving, not to be all Dudley Do Right, if I'm driving, I'm not moving. If every because
That's what I say, and I do this thing where I'm like, listen, you got to put your belt on, or my car will beep at me. I blame the car.
nice,
I blame the Germans. Is what I do because really at this point you can pretty much blame the Germans for everything. So why not blame them for my car beeping?
indeed.
Listen,
Uh,
it's not that I care about your safety. It's that I don't feel like
it's that I
dealing
can't
with
deal with
something
the
being
5 minute
said.
drive and the beeping. I just don't feel like doing it.
That's really the issue.
Because the beeping will obscure the Nickelback coming out of my car stereo system.
Andy, that hurts my heart that you would think I would ever even listen to Nickelback. That hurts my heart.
I
That's
didn't
what it
mean that,
does.
Phil. I didn't mean that. I
Okay.
didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Um,
Okay. Forgive me.
I do to round out this instance of me being an idiot. I do want to mention, however, the one example that I know of, and viewers, listeners, if you know of others, please let me know, where dubbing is absolutely the way to go. Uh, it dovetails nicely with our snooty discussion of the Criterion Collection because the Ingmar Bergman classic, The Seventh Seal, which is probably most well known to people who have not seen it as, oh, it's that knight playing chess with death. This is the movie where that comes from. Max von
Right.
Sydow, who has got to be 732 years old by this point,
Still alive
still
somehow.
alive, and thank goodness, Mr. von
Oh yeah,
Sydow.
yeah, yeah. Great, great. Love it. Sure.
Yay, yay. He wasn't he the bad guy in Strange Brew? Wasn't he the evil scientist in
Yeah.
Strange Brew? I love
Yep.
that man. He plays the knight that plays chess with death.
Right.
It is a beautiful movie, and the the subtitles are terrible. Like they're terrible, and not only that, but most of the actors. It is a Swedish film. Ingmar Bergman, Swedish
You're gonna
filmmakers.
have it for 40.
Yes, because
The whole movie. How can Ingmar Bergman be so depressing? He's like, we're gonna talk about death. Fury birdie bar birdie bar.
oh, indeed. He
There's your moment of xenophobia for the day.
Yeah, you're right. Phil Xenophobia, brought to you by the letter M and the number four.
It's
Um,
true.
so most of the actors were bilingual and spoke English, so they provided their own English track,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Right?
There are two there well there's also the spaghetti westerns where that Sergio Leone made where everybody spoke their home language and then they just dubbed it all into English. So Clint Eastwood speaking English and Eli Wallach speaking English, but then the guy, one of the other guys is speaking Italian, and then some of the guys speaking Spanish, and then they're just like, whatever, it'll all be dubbed in English later anyway.
right, right.
We're also
So,
forgetting there's a network television version of The Big Lebowski, which is a rated R film,
go.
in which there is the greatest ever dubbing of all time, which is the scene where John Goodman is wrecking a Corvette, yelling over and over again, "This is what happens. This is what happens when you f a stranger in the A over and over and over again." Sorry, family podcast. I spelled it out. This is what he says over and over again. It's the movie. I didn't make it. Over and over again, smashing. This is what happens. This is what happens. The actual translation for a TV show is, "This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps."
No, no.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is what happens, Larry, when you
That
find
is
a
wonderful.
stranger in the Alps. So, it's pretty
Um,
fantastic.
the only thing I'll say to that, because we're getting off track, because that's dubbing for another
What?
reason,
We're off
right? I
track?
know, right? But but this is dubbing for another reason. But you know my favorite, which is from Snakes on a Plane. You'll figure out what the actual line should be, but that's it. I've had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. It's priceless.
That's special, man.
Right?
That takes energy.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
like it.
That's not better than finding a stranger in the Alps, though. That's not better than that.
So Andy, how else were you an idiot this past couple of weeks?
Another question that we got in that mailbag was favorite actor director collaborations. And while I wouldn't say that this is the best, it was so important to me at a vital stage of my, shall we say, artistic sensibility uh,
Can we not?
development. Hmm.
Can we not say that ever again?
I hate you so much. You're the worst person I know. Oh my god, I hate you.
I killed Andy. I killed
I hate you
Andy.
so
He's
much.
dead. He's dead
Uh,
from shame.
oh god,
I'm
auditioning
sorry.
new
I'm
co-host.
sorry. It's been a bad day. Go ahead.
Christopher Guest. Christopher Guest and all of his troupe of actors.
I guess to me that's just more an ensemble thing than
But
an actor-director relationship. But I see what you're
I
saying.
mean,
I see
yes
what you're
and
saying.
no. But it's
But you're
not.
not an idiot. You're not an idiot for not bringing that up in my mind.
Here's
Maybe you are. Maybe you're an idiot.
here's why I think I am, because it was so important to me. I mean,
Fair enough.
like I
Guthrie was a big
discovered.
deal to you in college.
Yes, and in high school as well, and I took
Oh,
that sort of with me to college, and it was a really important movie in sort of the development of my sense of humor.
right.
And then I found out, and then I mean, you look at A Mighty Wind, for example, where he is a, what is the name of his group? The folk. Have you seen A Mighty Wind?
Yeah, I've seen it. I just don't remember.
Stand by. The three gentlemen, the folksmen.
Right.
They
Right.
they are the same three gentlemen who play Spinal Tap in This Is
Yeah,
Spinal Tap,
it's
and
true.
there have been Spinal Tap concerts. And think about who Spinal Tap is, where the folksmen opened for Spinal Tap.
Stop.
Yes, and so you have all of these people who are like Spinal Tap, blah, and like this folk trio opens for them, and they're like, "What are we watching?"
That's pretty
And
great.
so, I guess the other reason that I feel like an idiot for not mentioning Christopher Guest is like that's commitment, man.
Yeah.
Like
No, I don't mean to denigrate anything that he did. I feel like they're great. They're fantastic. I look forward to things that they do. I think he's actually working on an HBO TV show right now. I think HBO picked up a show for them.
yes,
That'll work out. I realized after the fact that I was an idiot in talking about actor director collaborations for not bringing up Bill Murray and Wes Anderson.
oh
Because it actually changed Bill Murray's career, and it simultaneously somehow made both of them more credible
I agree with that. I agree with that.
in people's eyes. Not that it made either of them officially better; they were both amazing. But there's a
I agree with
special
that.
relationship there that's really fantastic, and it really brought out a different element of who Bill Murray is as an actor, which I think was always there under the surface, and you can see in certain movies. But it's like he finally got to just be that guy, and it is a great he's a great actor for what Wes Anderson tries to do, because like I think we talked about before, like Wes Anderson can be seen as being a little bit precious, although I don't think that way, but I think a lot of people feel that way, and I think Bill Murray grounds it.
I agree with that.
Because Bill Murray has a way of making things that could be precious not feel that way.
Right, right.
He's a guy who can go to those golf tours and wear those silly pants, and it's like the dumbest joke in the world, but Bill Murray somehow actually legitimately makes it funny.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
So
Thank you for including that, although I forgot it equally, just like you did. Thank you for including that, so I'm not the only person who's an idiot on our Because We're Idiots podcast.
no worries. I think I'm doing a good job of making myself seem like an idiot in all other ways on this show. We're doing fine.
Excellent. Well,
Are there any other ways we're idiots?
no, I don't think so. I think we should wrap up the 5 Minute Monday, which is probably at 38 minutes by now, and
Well, Lori, I guess what I'd like to say in conclusion is, Lori, thanks for making us feel stupid. I hope you have a great week. Jeez. Woo!
oh, the preceding comments are the opinions of Philip Duvall only and are not representative of Second Breakfast Podcast LLC. So
Fair enough.
there we go. Lori, everyone else, sorry we were idiots, and
We'll try to be
that's that.
smarter next time.
We'll try to be smarter next time. No promises, because honestly, the odds are against us. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But for now, this has
May
been
the
another
odds
Second
ever
Breakfast
be
pod.
against you.
For now, this has been another Second Breakfast podcast. I'm Andy Roth. That's Phil Duvall. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.
Adieu.